Hi all, this is Simona Rich. I'm not setting up my normal recording way because I have so much work to do. So now it's the end of the day and I thought I will just do this video. Otherwise, I don't know when I would have time to do it. So all I can do now is to record this video on my just normal phone, and this video was requested by my reader. It's about the birth chart reading of Jeffree Star, who is a makeup guru, and I have never watched his videos before, but I've heard bad things about him, like that he manipulates people, because I did watch some of the James Charles videos, Tati Westbrook's videos, and Blair White's videos, and it's just, you can hear so many bad things about Jeffree Star. So yes, it's interesting to see what his birth chart shows. So now I have his chart right in front of me, and I can see that he is Sagittarius ascendant, but from his face, his Capricorn is extremely visible. So it could actually be because the moon is in Capricorn. And we can see straight away that the natal chart ruler is Neptune. Neptune is the planet of idealism, other worlds, and people who have Neptune in the first house, and especially conjoining their moon, will be very restless. They will want to experience different kinds of things, and also they will have difficulties with routines. They will not like routines, and they will change them to make life more interesting. And people who have this kind of conjunction may be prone to lying, and they usually lie not so much as to deceive others, but sometimes they just want to see a better version of reality, so they kind of even deceive themselves with their lies. And I did hear that Jeffree Star lies a lot, and there was a video made about him that he lied almost about everything. So this kind of conjunction shows that he may lie because he just really wants to see reality in a different way. So when we have this kind of conjunction, it also sometimes makes people not be able to tell reality from fiction. And I think it also shows in his just the whole appearance. And I also heard that he just likes to appear like a different person through makeup. I forgot to mention the most important thing about Neptune is that if you are not spiritually developing, then that otherworldly energy will manifest in your appearance. So we can see a perfect example in Jeffree Star because of his makeup. He likes to look very different. He likes to express the fantasy world within externally. So that's what's happening to people who are not developing spiritually. They will manifest the otherworldly energy of Neptune in a fantasy way, so to speak. So they will dress in very different way, or they will have very different makeup, like some people dress like fairies and things like this. This is all Neptune influence, but those people are externalizing it because they are not developing spiritually. So all they see, all they are paying attention to is this world. So naturally this kind of otherworldly energy will manifest in some tangible way rather than remaining within as a form of idealism, for example. And also the conjunction of Neptune and Moon gives high sensitivity already. Moon in Capricorn, although these people don't show their feelings openly unless there are some other aspects or placements that indicate otherwise, they are very sensitive people. Plus, the moon being in the first house would give feminine qualities to a man. So this man is obviously dressing like a female, wants to appear like a female, is interested in men, and maybe women also, I'm not sure. But it doesn't have to be so. Like if the moon is in the first house in a man's chart, it doesn't mean that they will be like attracted to men, but they will surely have some feminine qualities. Those feminine qualities can be very visible in such men. And Neptune placed here makes him extremely sensitive, and even if the criticism is not really there, they might assume the person criticized him because of some way of talking. So yeah, a very sensitive personality. Now moving to his second house, we find Jupiter there, and it's also in aspect with Venus and Mars and Pluto. So this shows that and also it's in conjunction with the part proportion. So his financial situation is very good, yet he is not managing money well. Well, he does have Capricorn and Saturn, so there could be saving tendencies, but probably he beats himself up when he just overspends. So he may especially spend a lot on his public perception, the way that people see him. So he will invest a lot in his public face, so to speak, into his career also. And also he will travel. He will invest into travels abroad, and money will be gained through money will come through engagement with groups, with people at large, with through networking, and through being unique, through expressing himself in his signature, his unique way. And the heaviest charge is, of course, on the Eastern Hemisphere, especially on the fourth quarter. And this shows that Jeffree Star is not an easily influenced person. Yes, Neptune in the first house conjunct Moon will give receptivity, yet he is not the person who would allow circumstances to influence him. He will mold circumstances, and people who have the most planets in the fourth quarter of the birth chart are extremely ambitious. They make it in life. It's their purpose to succeed. And also we can see that the sun, his sun, is in the 11th house. Well, I'm jumping a little bit. Maybe I should start from, let's say, midheaven, because these are all empty houses and the whole concentration is here. So I'm going to focus on that. And also I should say that people who have so many conjunctions and a busyness in one part of the chart often succeed in life. You can see many celebrity charts are similar because the planetary energies are so focused, and this actually gives exaggerated traits, exaggerated faults, and exaggerated good qualities. And although these people can be tiring to live with, for example, they are very engaging to watch. So people who are larger than life, for example, who talk loud and they are very vivacious and they just like talking all the time. It could be tiring to be with such people, but they can be very engaging in public. So these kinds of charts, the energies are so excessive in them, and this actually is good for public life. So let's start from the midheaven. We can see that Mars conjuncts midheaven, which means that he's a fighter, that he's going to aggressively defend his public persona. And we can see that it's actually taking place from the 9th house. This makes, although Mars is not feeling well in Libra, this makes Mars, of course, very strong because of the position itself. Yet, transiting planets hitting this spot may cause people talking badly about him, or some fall in career, because we can see also that it negatively aspects the moon. It squares the moon, so it could be that he will receive backlash from the public. So his career is bound to suffer. And there are other aspects, other placements showing that there could be career problems. So this is one of it. And then Pluto conjunct Venus in Scorpio can give bad name as a result of sexual scandals, for example, because this takes place in the house of work. Or also Sun conjunct Saturn in Scorpio may also give light for to his dark deeds, so they are exposed to the public, and then he receives bad name, for example. So back to Mars being in the sign of Libra. Interestingly, I did recently the chart of James Charles, and he has Mars in Libra, and I forgot the degree. That would be interesting to see. But also I think Tati Westbrook has this. So this is so interesting that beauty gurus have this. And of course, Libra stands for beauty, so their energy is channeled in harmonious way. They are very receptive to beauty. They pick up on beauty and they can create something beautiful. So they are attuned to harmony, and that's their kind of energy. And so of course beauty field is perfect for these people, as well as the field of architecture, for example. And this kind of placement gives fear of flying insects sometimes. And I watched one of the James Charles videos, and he also had fear of flying insects. And yeah, he has also, I think that his Mars is even more afflicted in Libra, so it gives this kind of placement, especially if Mars is very afflicted, not so much in Jeffree's case, could give dangers from air. So anything to do with air, like insects, because they're flying in the air, or danger in traveling abroad. And this conjunction takes place in his house of travels. So yeah, there could be some kind of legal problems, misunderstandings, disagreements when he's traveling abroad. And overall, this kind of placement gives many legal problems. However, his Mars is not that badly aspected, so actually legal involvements can turn out to his favor. Especially we can see a beautiful trine between Mars and Jupiter, and it's a tight one. So actually if someone is against him, he may just take that person to court and win. So these people are dangerous to mess with, because they can easily just take legal action against you if they don't like something. And also this placement would give disharmony in relationships. Already he has Gemini Gemini on the cusp of the 7th house, which would give variety, the liking of variety. And this kind of placement of Mars in Libra will create this harmony in relationships. And this kind of placement makes him pursue the object of attraction very actively. But then when he gets the object of attraction, the interest may not always be sustained, also because of the impulsiveness shown by this aspect of Moon and Mars, them squaring each other. And now moving to the 10th house, we can find that there is a conjunction between Venus and Pluto in the sign of Scorpio. So this already gives this gives a public perception of him as someone who is very much focused on sexuality, and who is a dark kind of figure. and who is nobody knows what he's really up to, kind of secretive, dark figure. This is the kind of placement that can create this kind of perception of a person. And also this indicates that his sexual desire is huge, and he, no matter how much closeness he gets, it's never enough. And also this kind of placement indicates fear of being poor, so he will be so much motivated to stay in the public eye and to work hard so that he gets a regular supply of income, and no matter how much he earns, it's never enough. And also I forgot to mention that Jupiter in the second can indicate multiple streams of income, yet he also spends a lot because of this square between Jupiter and Pluto. So he spends, he earns a lot, and then there's just never enough of money. And I forgot to mention also Lilith. This is important placement. North Node there in Taurus indicates that one of his purposes in life is to actually gather wealth, to learn how to use wealth. So he's actually doing that. We don't know whether he's using it for the good, but he is gaining wealth. And Lilith placed in Taurus means that he is going to be, money is so important to him that anyone threatening the loss of any amount of money for him is going to be harshly dealt with. So finances are a lot on his mind, and this kind of placement sometimes makes friends that have money so that they can get in charge of their money. And also there are some other aspects. Pluto itself is in Scorpio, could indicate deep interest in the money of other people. Sometimes that's the case. He has 4 planets in total in the sign of Scorpio, and the sign of Scorpio is a lot about inheritances and the use of the money of other people. So he may have interest in putting other people's resources and money to use. So it could be just natural for some people to get in charge of the finances of another person. So that's what Lilith in Taurus indicates as well. And now back to so we discussed the 10th house, and also we can see that Libra, midheaven is in Libra, so this is excellent. This is what he's doing is the right employment, of course for him, because Libra stands for beauty. He is in the beauty industry. It's the right place for him, and we can find Venus in the 10th. So he loves what he does, and he never wants to stop. It's never enough for him. We find the loose conjunction between the Sun and Saturn in his 11th house of friends, and this indicates that he is going to strive to be the center of attention in public situations among his friends, and that his friends will tend to view him as an authority figure. And this shows also that it's such pure energies. Both of these planets are unaspected, so this is kind of, I can say this fearlessly, that he is the kind of person who will not have many friends, but when he has true friends, he will stay really loyal for them, and those friends in return will be loyal for him. And he is a kind of personality that you don't want to mess with, because he's very revengeful. So, and also his friends are very revengeful. So they are so similar. He and his friends are very similar people, and you don't want to have any bad dealings with them. And Saturn being placed here would give insight into the dark nature of people. So he knows the dark inclinations of human beings and maybe partakes in that, because his friends are like this. So yeah, he could be also. And it shows very strong willpower and determination to succeed no matter what, and no rush in doing that. So if he wants something, he will strategically go for it, and he will not mind waiting. And also, if someone crosses him and it affects his finances, he will try to destroy that person no matter what. And it can take years. He will wait, but he will take that person down, or at least will try to do so. And he's most likely to be successful because it's a powerful chart that he has. Now moving to his Mercury being conjunct Uranus, and they're well aspected by Mars. And Mercury also throws an aspect to Jupiter. So this means that this is actually, it's placed in a fast moving, in a fast sign. So this means that his mind is very quick and very bright. His mind, people underestimate his intelligence, and maybe he himself underestimates his intelligence. He plans in seclusion and he plans strategically because of the heavy Scorpio, of course. And he is so way ahead in his thinking than most people that he can easily plan something in secret, make it come true, and nobody will understand that actually this is what happened. This is what actually Jeffree Star caused. Because of his intelligence, it's not advisable for people even who were wronged by Jeffree Star to try to take revenge or something like this, because yeah, he will probably win. So this video is actually getting very long, so I discussed all of the main points of his chart. I hope this was useful for you. Thank you for watching. Have a great day or evening wherever you are. Take care.